Your mission in life is to love yourself, but there are many who struggle with this. How do you learn to love yourself? I can show you how. Join me on the Stairway to Healing. Hi, I'm Italia Oliver, and I'm your guide on the Stairway to Healing, helping you reconnect to yourself. Spiritsong, a collective of angels, ascended masters, spirit guides, multidimensional light beings, and star beings who co-created the Stairway to Healing, ask you to keep an open mind and heart as we go through this series of videos. Spiritsong has asked that these videos appear in the order you'll receive them for your highest good. They also ask that you trust, with a capital T, this process and allow the unfolding of your soul's evolution, knowing that through these videos, as a transmission, they're working with you in your life, but only if you're willing to do the work necessary. So, how do you learn to love yourself? Although the steps on the Stairway to Healing are sequenced in a linear fashion, it's really the integration of the steps together that form the staircase. Like petals that construct a daffodil, each petal is essential to the whole. This visual, the Stairway to Healing wheel, represents this same integration of part to whole. Each concept or step is a spoke on the wheel. You stand empowered and active at the center point of this wheel. Through your energy and effort, the wheel will move. Loving yourself is an active process. It's an experience, a movement of your spirit. There are 12 integral steps on the Stairway to Healing you can practice to find peace and nurture self-love. Build awareness, point of change, transform your vibration, heart of gratitude, perspective, spiritual awareness, body awareness, mental awareness, emotional awareness, nurture self-love, BLT for the soul, and forgiveness. When you integrate these steps into your life, you lift your vibration to live in the frequency of love. When you were created, you were meant or are fully whole, complete human being. Your creation dates back eons ago. Long even before conscious awareness truly began. And it is in this forgetting of who you truly are that we are working with you now. As you move forward and take the steps in your life of progress, of movement, of transformation, of transfiguration. Your job now is to love yourself. It is the job of every human being on earth to do this. For it is in this that peace is brought about on this earth. Violence can only be gone through loving ourselves. We must abolish old ways that no longer serve and create a new dawn, a new way of being. Some call it the new earth, some call it the new human. It is simply you remembering you. There is truly nothing new about it. Some may say that the gifts, these intuitive gifts that you have, are gifts, but they are not. They are your birthright. They are part of who you truly are. But it's just the world, your 3D world around you, that can have you forget. And so the steps on the stairway to healing are there for you to take as an integration, a wholeness, a completeness, not compartmentalized to any one thing, but all of it together to create the whole. There are many aspects of you. Look to nature, just as the petals on a flower create the whole. Each part of it is there to create the wholeness of it. And so it is the same with your spiritual growth, your spiritual expansion, your spiritual liberation. It is time for you to step out of the doldrums of a half-life and move forward into a new one, where you expand your awareness, your consciousness, and rise above the mundane. Using nature as an example of this wholeness, we ask that you also feel your wholeness and become one. And in doing so, peace will be brought about. For if peace precedes enlightenment, then peace is what you need at this time. But also peace is what you must seek. So if you do not seek peace, then the stairway to healing will not work. But if you do seek peace, then peace is what you will find. For it is in there within you. It's just shedding your old layers and old habits and old ways of being. You know this intuitively in you. But sometimes it is hard to know the how. And so these 12 integral steps are needed to help you along your path, along your journey. We will dive deeper into them as we go forward. But it is an understanding of just that there are steps. Know that there are ways for you to create a better life for yourself, so that you flow with the energy of the cosmos, so that your life becomes like a beautiful melodic song created by you. We wish you well this day and all the days of your life. Go in peace. Ooh. Okay. That one I felt a little more gone, more than Jesus. Okay. When I asked who from Spiritsong came through, this time it was Lightkeeper. And I know Lightkeeper as the praying mantis. Very loving being. Praying mantis know a lot about blueprints and the creation of life, and very connected to nature and the cosmos and that connection, very much about the environment, and very loving and very kind and very peaceful beings from higher dimensions. And the message, as he's part of it, is really about connecting that idea of you know, these idea of the 12 steps, these integral steps together, just like in nature, right? Parts to whole create something of beauty, right? Just like the petals on a flower or a daffodil. It's the same thing. And so it's this integration on that Stairway to Healing circle. It's not just one thing compartmentalized. Well, if I do just this one thing, well, there's many different things that you can do, right? That makes us whole. That makes us whole. I mean, we already are essentially whole, but there's pieces of us. It's that connection of feeling whole, though. We might know feeling whole. We might know the concept of wholeness in our intellect, from our mind, right, as a thought concept. But it's a whole other level when you can understand wholeness and through the feeling aspect, through the vibration of your being. This is, I think he was talking, or she, praying mantis, was talking about the idea of wholeness being, it's the vibration of it, the energy of it, okay? So it's not even on that thought level. Like, you're talking about a new way of just being, but that way of being has always been here. So when we hear about new human or a new earth and all that, it's really always been in access. We've had the access to that this whole time. Like, it hasn't gone away. It's just our own consciousness, right? And where we are vibrating from that is either stopping us or allowing us to create this beautiful life that we've been given, okay? So it's just really, so the integration of those steps together is really key to the Stairway to Healing, that it's not just this one thing. And I imagine that Spiritsong will go further into depth in those transmission videos in the future as to how to do that even more. But for right now, just having an understanding that these are all integral pieces together that create the essence of the Stairway to Healing is really, really important. And I do want to bring up, because I do feel them wanting me to share this with you, I use, in my channeling or connected state, I do use a rainbow Lemurian quartz. It's a beautiful crystal, really helps me amplify, because crystals are great for amplifying energy. So when you are asking to connect to the highest light and love of the highest vibration, right? Using crystals will really help you, but finding one that really speaks to you is important. So holding them in your hand, feeling whether the energy of it wants to work with you for healing would be a wonderful thing to have as you are going through the Stairway to Healing as well, or working in your own meditations. But I do that for channeling, and when Lightkeeper channels through me, my signal with him that I know that it's him is I feel this tingliness all on my crown chakra. I just feel it all up here, that like just this tingling energy start to come through me. And that's one of the ways too that we know that we're connecting with our particular angel, guide, whatever. We have our own language together, through vibration, through energy. We get these signals. So I would say that stay tuned for more. And if you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and share. It really, really helps me. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out the 2-part introduction, and as well as the 3rd video in the Stairway to Healing series. Join me in the next video on the Stairway to Healing.